Mimi, how are you doing?
I'm doing as good as an evicted house guest could be doing.
Well, look, Cameron promised you that you were just a pawn. You were so close to making jury. How does it feel? How bummed are you to be sitting where you are right now?
Oh, I am devastated, but part of me is also really excited that I get to see my husband. I left him just a month after my wedding. So, obviously I would have loved to have stayed in the house, but I'm going to see my man, my man, my man. So I can't wait.
By a vote of 7-0, Mecole, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Do you think it was smart for the flip to go against you and keep Felicia in the house?
I don't think that it was smart for the flip to go against me and keep Mama Fee in the house. And that was the characterization that I was trying to paint to Matt, Jag, and Blue. They are really seen as a strong trio in the house. And I think that they know, or at least they should know, that having 4 strong players is better than having 3 strong players. And that was really my pitch to them. But they decided to keep Mama Fee. I guess they believe that she is more beatable, and they trust that she will have more blow-ups between now and whenever she leaves the house. So,
Well, you say that this was your pitch to Matt, Jag, and Blue. But did you know that Matt and Jag were really the ones that got the ball rolling to push you out the house first?
I did not know that they were the ones who were secretly plotting my demise. And it's so interesting because the day of the eviction earlier that morning, I was going into them. I was like, listen, Cory is a manipulator. He's a liar. He's going after you guys. He's told me all of these things about you. You can't trust him. I know that he's responsible for the flip. He came and pitched this alliance to me that I declined, which is why he came up there and tried to flip the boat. You guys shouldn't believe him. And they were probably like, you dummy. So
Well, look, to clarify, Cory and by extension America both had the same idea, but it was Matt and Jag that had the initial idea. They intended to go to Cory to pitch this, and Cory kind of got there on his own. So people more so recognized you as bigger of a threat than we might have liked that to come across. But we did see, right before you left the door, you had some words to say.
Y'all know Cory, America, and Bowie got an alliance. They planning to target you, and they're gonna try to use you to do their bidding. So watch, don't let him run out with this money off y'all hard work, because he can't put in no work. You know they can't win nothing. So that's all I got.
Do you regret not hugging Cory or America on the way out the door? You made sure to tell everybody not to trust them or Bowie Jane. Who were you trying to protect in that moment?
I really wasn't trying to protect anyone because I didn't feel like anyone was trying to protect me. If anything, I was just throwing a little shade and helping the people scramble more than they already are. I know that Cory and America are easy targets in the house. They're already seen as 2 untrustworthy competitors. And I wanted Jag, Matt, and Blue to know that they are coming after them so that they can then go after Cory and America. And I also wanted Mama Fee to know that the reason why she was kept is so that she could be in the middle of this crossfire that's going to happen between both sides. So, I hope the people are scrambling right now.
Well, that depends on who HOH is. Do you know who it is?
I do. DJ BJ won HOH. Go, girl.
DJ BJ. That's the first I'm hearing that one. That's awesome. Now, who do you think she is going to target, and who do you want to see coming out of the house under her reign?
Oh, I don't really know who she would plan to target. I'm not sure how much people took to heart what it is that I said before I left the house, but I do know that it is pretty accurate description to say that her, Cory, and America have some sort of working relationship. And if she really buys into what I said and is nervous about how Jag, Matt, and Blue feel about that, I think if she was smart, she would put up Matt and Blue. Those are probably going to be the strongest competitors down the line outside of Cameron. I think it's best if she tries to align herself with Cameron and keep him in the house. He'll be a shield for her and a bigger target. But, let's see what she does.
All right, let's talk about your strategy in this house. You played it very quiet and close to the chest. Do you regret not making more intentional connections, or was there something else working that you were planning on switching up long term, maybe even when jury hit?
Honestly, I really did not trust anybody in this house. I started out with the Brown Sugar Babes, and I believed in us wholeheartedly. And that was up until the Izzy and Felicia week. Once that happened, I was like, oh no, I can't trust anybody. And so my game plan from there was to just make as many friends as possible, make people feel as comfortable with me as possible, and honestly start winning. I was so close to winning the veto, so close, and just couldn't get it done. But
Now, speaking of the Brown Sugar Babes, I want to make sure you do know this. Jared did end up telling Cory about the Brown Sugar Babes. So that's something that I think is important for you to know.
Terrible.
Do you think that the rest of the house guests believed Cory and America over you and Mama Fee when it came to this Final Four that they approached you about?
I think that the rest of the house believed that there was a Final Four that was made between all four of us. But I also think that people knew that Mama Fee had been a part of the masterminding of all of these alliances. So it wasn't really a far-fetched idea. How much they believed that all four of us would actually go to the end of this game together and work closely to get it done, probably not that much. But I do think that it was feasible for them to think that we had made that deal with them.
It's interesting because I know you didn't trust anybody in the house, but Cory consistently did want to work with you, genuinely. But because of your more close to the chess strategy, he kept feeling denied repeatedly. And ultimately, he ended up kind of following through with deciding to make sure you went out the house this week. Do you think, when it comes to Cory and America, that they're going to be able to skate this out to the end? Or do you think something will ultimately lead to their demise?
I definitely don't think that they'll be able to skate it out to the end. And that's what I said to them before I walked out. I'm like, guys, don't let Cory and America run out of here with your money. You guys are doing all of the winning. You guys are putting your pedal to the metal every single week. And they sit back and don't try to win anything. But they are constantly flipping votes and trying to mastermind all of these ideas. You guys are going to be so upset if they run away with this money. So it's best to get them out sooner rather than later. But let's see what happens.
But we do have to talk about the secret relationship in the house. Not a showmance, but a familial connection. Cirie and Jared. We saw you had an insane reaction.
Stop! Oh my God!
Do you think that had you known about that connection, you would have played the game any differently when it came to the two of them?
I definitely would have played the game a lot differently when it came to the two of them, because I truly, truly was and am shook that they are shook that they are mother and son. I probably would have confided in Jared a lot more as opposed to confiding in Miss Cirie. And I also always felt like we had such a close connection. I remember sitting in the backyard with him one day. He was just like, Cirie and Mama Fee, they're always so wishy-washy. One day they want to vote for this person, and the next day they change. Like, I need them to be more definitive in their decisions. And I think there's where we really started to build a connection and a relationship. But I also recognized that he was really close to Cirie and really close to Izzy. So it's always kind of hard for me to break through in that regard. And then he started to get into the thing with Blue. And so I just always kind of felt left out of that trio between him, Cirie, and Izzy. And I probably would have confided in him a little more had I known that he was her son. Like, what?
It's you can't ever betray that connection. Now, you said that Big Brother looked easier when you were watching it on TV. How so?
It just, the comps look moderately hard, but they also just look doable, right? And so when you're in there, it literally feels impossible to win. Everyone is competitive, everyone has skill, everyone has strategy, and everyone really does come in wanting to go as hard as they possibly can. And I am competitive by nature. I played 12 years of competitive softball, work in politics. So, this is not something that is unfamiliar to me, but it seems so much harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. All right, I've got a few rapid fire questions for you. Who's playing the best game in the house?
Matt.
Who's playing the worst game in the house?
America.
Who do you want to see be first in the jury house?
Jag.
Who do you want to win Big Brother 25?
Matt.
All right. Now lastly, were you aware of the tweet that you posted exactly 13 years ago today on October 6th? Well, season's over. Time to tie up the cleats and hang them up. It's been real, ladies.
Oh my God.
And Mimi, let me tell you, you are the first house guest to have actively tweeted the season while being in the house. You had an old tweet from the early 2010s for almost every single scenario. So I can't wait for you to see how relevant you have been on BB Twitter while you've been away this time.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. I love that. Shout out to Past Me.